I'm Michael Bain, and welcome to Triggered, coming to you from the secret hidden bunker in the Rocky Mountains and our very own Dragon House studios. You know, a lot of time when we talk about different guns, we use different ways of describing them. For example, if it's a semi-auto, we use the Glock scale. It's kind of like a G19 or it's kind of like a G34. When it comes to revolvers, we use the Smith Wesson frame size scale, K, L, N, and X. For example, this Rossi, 6-shot 357 Rossi is K-frame size. Just as is this 6-shot 9mm Rock Island, K-frame size. The smallest of the sizes, which is not totally true. There's the J-frame, the I-frame, but KLNX covers a lot of ground. And what I want to show you today is what I think of as maybe the embodiment of what a perfect revolver can be. This is, not surprisingly, a Smith & Wesson K-frame. It is a Model 10, this particular case, a 10-7 from, I don't know, call it 1972, somewhere around there. But this is a gun that to me represents pretty much everything that I love about revolvers. It's a beautiful gun. Its lineage goes all the way back to 1899 when Smith & Wesson made the first hand ejectors. What's a hand ejector? Oh look, it opens out the side and you eject the cases with your hand. Now if you remember previously the Smith & Wessons were top brakes. So 1899, the first hand injectors, some were called M&Ps. And this particular gun, 38 Special, so it keeps going and going, eventually becomes the Model 10. And the Model 10 becomes, in many ways, the baseline of revolvers. This one here, it is a 6-shot, 38 Special, and it's old enough that if you take a quick look, you can see that the firing pin is on the hammer. It hasn't yet gone to the floating firing pin on the frame. The finish on this gun is really beautiful, especially considering when it was made a long time ago. The trigger pull on this gun is just about flawless. It's so smooth, it's so slick. The grips, I like them. They fit the gun perfect. Everything about it tells me that it is the ideal revolver. I think that if you're looking to own a revolver, I know a lot of you are thinking, well, he keeps talking about revolvers, maybe we should get one. It's not inconceivable that this would be the ideal place to start, because to me, this is an absolutely classic revolver. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you how I ended up with it. This week's Triggered is brought to you by Stoeger, Everyday Tough, Hunter's HD Gold. They change so you don't have to. And MTM Case Guard, quality shooting sports accessories. So, I'm at the 2025 SHOT Show. Marshall Holloway and I have been walking up and down the aisles for days. We've seen hundreds, thousands, I don't know, maybe millions of guns. Neat ones, really stupid ones, beautiful ones, ones we could never afford in a million years. And on the last day, I wanted to go by and see a friend, Val Forget, from Navy Arms. Now, Navy Arms, importer of various and sundry guns from around the world. Val's father was like Indiana Jones, except for guns. He uncovered guns around the world that nobody else can find. And of course, Val followed in his footsteps. And we were there at the booth talking about guns, and he goes, you might want to take a look at these, Michael. And at the table, he had a whole bunch of Smith & Wesson Model 10s. Smith & Wesson Model 10s looking like new out of the box. And I looked at the pencil barrel, the way the sight, I looked at everything on these guns, and he said, what do you think? I said, I'll take it. And he goes, well, your good friend Bob Radecki already came by and bought that one, so you can't have that one. But we have a ton of these Smith & Wesson Model 10s, 6-shot 38s. He goes, I can get you one in nearly perfect condition. This one. And then he sent along one other one, and once again, another 6-shot 38 Special, this one in stainless steel, a Model 64, roughly the same vintage, like early 70s, mid 70s. And this one, I like this one. You notice the heavier, it's gone to the heavier barrel, and you can see right here, It's been customized by the cop that owned it, where he put a little red fingernail polish on it, which has survived since the 70s. It's got the modern style cylinder release, set of hogues, a good way to attach the gun to you so you don't lose it. But what's cool about these guns, the Model 64s, is that this at one time was the ultimate cop gun. The ultimate cop gun. Because the assumption was not even a regular line officer could figure out a way to break this gun. You could put hundreds of thousands of rounds through it, or with its big heavy slab barrel and its good solid stainless steel weight, if you were Andy Sipowicz, you could use it as a sap and really clobber somebody in the street with it. But it's kind of the ultimate cop pistol before first 357s and then very quickly semi-autos, led by the Smith Wesson Model 59, took over as police weapons. It is, much like the Model 10, in amazingly good shape. The trigger pull is good. It locks up like an absolute bank vault. These to me are both amazing guns. They are both the ideal of what a revolver should be. Not finicky, not touchy, not, oh, don't worry, you might hurt it. No, just a great gun to shoot. If you own one revolver, Model 10. Or if you want to go retro, get a Model 64 and think about Sipowicz. When we come back, we'll go all AR on you. If I hit it, it would be a short miracle.
The STK series blends the advantages of a striker-fired pistol with everything you love about your 1911. The STK 100 Ultra has an updated frame with more aggressive side grip panels and checkered front and back straps. We didn't stop there. The optic footprint is now larger, which means even more options for your favorite red dot. The new STK from Rock Island Armory. Experience the power and precision today.
Welcome back to Triggered. I need to do some practice with an AR, and so I decided, this is really fairly odd, but to follow my own advice, because I've said before, I've said on video, that a .22 long rifle AR is a great training tool. So I got this guy out, and then I realized that most of you probably haven't seen it. This is obviously a .22 long rifle AR-15 from about 15 years ago. It was built as a project for Shooting Gallery, and the idea was, could you build a .22 AR that shot as well as a really good Ruger 1022? Interestingly enough, two companies collaborated to build this gun. The upper was built by Spikes Tactical down in Florida, and they actually sourced a special target barrel, chambered that target barrel, fitted everything. And then the lower was done by JP Rifles. John Gangel at JP Rifles built this lower, built this trigger system, and the idea was, yes, this gun could shoot every bit as well as a 1022, a good 1022. And it turned out that was right. This is the gun that I got my very first Appleseed rifleman patch with. So I knew the gun would absolutely deliver one whole groups with CCI tactical AR-22 ammunition. For a few years, that ammunition went away, and I must have gone through 15, 20 different brands of ammunition on this rifle, and they would be accurate, but they wouldn't run the gun. And then luckily, thankfully, CCI began producing tactical AR-22s again. The gun runs like a top. The gun shoots amazingly well. Right now, what I've got on it is one of the BSA Sweet 22 scopes. It's like, call it 2 to 7X. It's not a great scope, but on the other hand, it's not a bad scope. And remember, this is practice. So that's it for this week, kiddos. Anything we talk about here, you can find the links on michaelbain.tv, and you can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on X. You can watch us on Rumble. Oh gosh, you can even watch us on Facebook. I'm Michael Bain. We'll see you next week.